Hello, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Local Chronicles, where we're at another sneak peek event. It is the Supreme Darkness event this weekend. I'm actually filming this on the Monday before it because I decided, from rewatching, a lot of Ruggles videos. The one thing that he would do is, he'd also include Mail Day in his throughout his vlog. So I thought, why not do the same? Because I do have, unfortunately, just one bit of mail here at the moment. And I'm still waiting on quite a few things. There was one thing that I had ordered that I'm waiting over a week for now, and that is my DDD Wave High King Caesar for the deck. That still hasn't come, and I ordered that locally, so hopefully that does show up. I do know what this is, because I checked as soon as I seen the return address on it. I knew instantly and after looking at my email, I knew what it was. Now, am I going to accidentally dox myself here? Yeah. So we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So it's the Moon of the Closed Heavens. Since I play Underworld Goddess, I thought that I have her. Someone did say that I should play the Link 2 as well. So yeah, I went for the common instead of the OTS Super, just because it was slightly cheaper. So yeah, I'll see you back when I get more cards to open. Okay, so it's now Thursday, so we're getting pretty close. And I do have two packages here, two new packages. So I obviously know what they are. So the white envelope I got the day after filming the intro clip for this, but I wanted to wait until I got the other two bits of mail. But as always, for whatever reason, the DDD Wave High King Caesar just hasn't shown up. Hopefully it shows up tomorrow so I can actually play it on Sunday. But it's been 10 days and it's been shipped locally. So I have no idea what the holdup is, because all the other stuff that I've ordered, when I ordered that plus after I've ordered that has shown up. So I don't know. But I accidentally opened up the big cardboard one because I was trying to match the return address to see which one of the Irish sellers it was, which it didn't match. So I opened it and it's like, oh shit, it is the cards. So yeah, let's get cracking into this. We'll start off with the white envelope, because I obviously know what it is, and it is a hand trap. It's not one that I think I'll be adding into the deck right away, because I don't even know what space to make for Moon of the Crescent or of the Closed Heaven at the moment, assuming that I do get the Wave High King Caesar. But as you can see here, it is a play set of super rare effect veilers, because I do see quite a lot of people at locals, running veilers. So I thought, why not pick it up for the cheap? So yeah, and then in the other package, these will be making their way into the side deck. Specifically, I bought these for locals. So as you see there, we do have some Lancias. I'm just trying to figure out where my box cutter is. Here it is. I'm going to need my box cutter to get at these, because they're that well sellotaped down. So it's not just Lancias that I have there. I do have, there's two others as well. So let me just get all of these out. So yeah, it is a playset of Lancia, but it's also a playset of Dimensional Barrier. Because if you watched any of the local chronicles recently, you know that there are going to be people running around with Malice and Raziel. There's already one person running around with Raziel. Soon there's going to be quite a few others, because I know a few others are looking into building the deck.
I've just never played around in the barrier at all.
Even if I get it, I think.
There's one galaxy out rank 10 that's
Rank 9.
He knows all safety for us. Yours.
Get one shot of his. So he's taking one of your shots. Oh, come on. Not here. No, I didn't. No, one of yours.
it's okay, you're fine.
Okay, let's see what I can pull.
Can I remind you, I do have no This is Sunday night, so if I can ask you to keep it down, I would appreciate it. Cheers, Tony.
Another chicken game.
Does anyone actually need a metal more for it like that?
I might eventually, but...
And another ostinato.
There you are, sir.
Stuff I don't. Round 1, just like the last time, I'm paired with Connor. That's right, it's that time again for Revenge 4, the final payback. I lose the die roll and am made go second. Now I'm not going to spend too long on game 1 as I lost pretty quickly because after my opponent did some plays, I nipped him and gave him a token with over 10k attack, so I scooped and went to game 2. Game 2, I opt to go first. I set 2, then I normal summon Samsara D Lotus and tribute it to special summon Spirit, which I use its effect to set the field spell, which I then activate. I then use Throne to destroy Yubel from deck, which triggers Yubel to special summon Terra Incarnate. I then shuffle Terra Incarnate and Yubel back into the deck to make Phantom of Yubel. Then in end phase, I bring back Lotus. My opponent draws for turn, and in standby, I activate Dimension Barrier and call Fusion, and then my opponent passes back to me, so I draw for turn, I activate Prison to search Aruha, normal summon him, I then tribute Lotus to special summon Yubel, then I make Gustav Max and burn for 2k, then I make Lieb and take down game 2 by making Lieb have 6k and attack for game. Game 3, Connor opts to go first, he sets 1 and passes back to me. I draw for turn, I activate Opening of the Spirit Gates, adding Dark Beckoning to hand, I then normal summon Dark Beckoning and use the extra normal summon to summon Samsara D Lotus, which I then use her effect to tribute itself to special summon Spirit. I then activate Spirit's effect to set the field spell and activate it, destroying Yubel and special summon Terra Incarnate. I then use Opening of the Spirit Gate's second effect, sending the second Dark Beckoning that I had searched to grave to bring back Yubel. I then attempt to go for game by making Gustav Max burn for 2k, then make Lieb have 6k, and attempt to attack for game when I get hit with a Spirit of Neos. Had I made Phantom, I could have stopped that, but I got ahead of myself. In main phase 2, I make Phantom and realize that when shuffling Terra Incarnate back on field, I can bring out Ultimate Nightmare as it meets the conditions for his effect. I then in end phase bring back Lotus. My opponent draws for turn, and again in standby phase I activate D-Barrier called Fusion. Connor tries to do some plays, but in the end I finally take down the win. So, round 2, I'm paired with Jake, and oh boy, did both of us need a fucking painkiller by the time we finished. So, game 1, it went pretty quickly to him. He set up some interruptions because he's now playing White Force as Amina, and so he had Dragoon and one of the Azamina Omni Negates on field, so anything I tried to do, he had a check for, and I just did not open the best. So quickly wrapped it up and went to game 2. Game 2, however, I obviously opt to go first, and I set up a pretty decent enough board. I still end with Samsar D Lotus as well as Phantom of Yubel. I even have an Imperm set as well, and we're just going to go from there. And yeah, he basically brings out Diabellstar and attempts to use her effect, which is when I chain Phantom to tribute itself to change the effect to destroy a Yubel from hand, field, or deck, which he then chains Called by the Grave. So then I chain Samsar D Lotus to change that effect to be destroy a Yubel. So I destroy my Spirit of Yubel. So we're up to chain link 3. Chain link 4 then is Spirit's effect, which we learn later on would have to be a separate chain. And then chain link 5 was the Nightmare Throne. And then just trying to figure it out and trying to get it just right to then be able to, backtrack the different, the different chains. It took us a while. I'm not gonna lie, it took us quite a bit. We're deep into time here. And so then that gets resolved. And then a new chain that goes up to as far as chain 3. And we are both totally fucking confused to the point where we literally had to call Carl, our head judge, over just to try and figure it out, and it even hurt his head. That's how bad it was. And it was a fun duel, don't get me wrong. I had an absolute blast with it, but yeah, it was absolutely bonkers trying to figure it all out. In the end, I took down game 2 as we had 5 minutes left on time. And it went to time, and it was a draw. He done some things. He got a on negate on field. I was starting to run through the different, bait out the negation. He finally went for it. I activated Nightmare Pain. I was going to get, something. But even then, I just couldn't really do anything, and time went up on my turn. So at the end of the phase, we both still had 8,000 life points, so it was a draw. So now I'm currently 1-0-1. 1 win, no loss, and a tie going into round 3. And it's a fucking mirror match for round 3. Yeah, I get paired up with Aaron, the other Yubel player, the better Yubel player, because, he plays Fiendsmith Yubel. So enjoy that duel.
Round 3, I'm paired with Aaron, the other Yubel player, with the stronger deck. I lose the die roll and made go second. I opened no interruptions, so Aaron went full combo, ending on Phantom, Fiendsmith Desire, with Requiem, Sequence, and Agumide, equipped Veritas, the final bringer of the end times, and Ultimate Nightmare. He then sets one pass. I draw for turn. In standby, I get hit with D Barrier, calling Fusion. I activate Throne, normal summon Samsar D Lotus, and special summon Gruesome Grave Squirmer. I attempt to use Lotus effect, but get hit with Desire, negating my whole field, so we go to game 2. Game 2, I opt to go first. I set 3 cards and activate Throne, destroying Yubel, special summon Terra Incarnate, and then activate Nightmare Pain. I use Pain effect to destroy Terror and add a Yubel card to my hand. Terra Incarnate misses timing, and I add Samsar D Lotus to hand. Then Throne triggers, bringing back Yubel. I normal summon Samsar D and tribute it to special summon Spirit and add a second copy of Pain to hand. I then make Veritas and then make Phantom of Yubel and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn, and in standby, I debarrier him, calling Fusion. My opponent would then try to make multiple plays, but I had answers to them. An Emperor here, a Phantom there, and can't forget about Veritas. I even super polyed his board, making Love and Defender, burning him for 2k. He makes more Fiendsmith plays, but ends on an Agumi day and passes turn. I draw for turn, destroy Terra Incarnate in my hand, off of Pain, adding Samsara D to hand, which I of course then normal summon, tribute to special summon AU Bell, I make Gustav Max, burn for 2k, then make Leap, make it 6k, and attack for game. Game 3, I'm made to go second. My opponent starts by activating Foolish Burial, sending a card to grave. He then activates Opening of the Spirit Gates, adding Dark Beckoning to hand, and normal summons it, then extra normal summons Samsara D Lotus, using its effect to tribute itself to special summon Spirit, which he tries to use its effect, but I imperm, and sadly that is the only interruption I have, and he once again goes full combo and passes turn. I draw for turn and attempt to play, but he Desire negates my field, so I scoop, meaning right now I'm currently 1 win, 1 loss, and a tie going into the final round.
So yeah, I'm now currently 1-1-1. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. Going into the final round. And I get paired up with someone who's coming to the locals for the very first time. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was a quick 2... Well, it wasn't a quick 2-0 victory. It still took 20 minutes to get there. But it was their first locals. And they basically were playing a synchro-based deck that played Junk Speeder and all of that. So game 1, I took it down pretty quickly. Game 2, I didn't even side. It took a while. You know, I allowed them to build up a board, and then eventually I just went made Gustav Max, then burn for 2k, made Leap, attacked twice, and go for game, essentially. And yeah, that means this is probably the best record I have ever done at a locals, being 2 wins, 1 loss, and a draw. So where did I place then? Just shy of 4th. I got 5th place. Jake, my round 2 opponent, who I drew with, did slightly better than me in terms of pairings and that, so Jake got 4th place. So then how did the rest of my friends do? Because it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't just me that went. I had my friend William go. Obviously he goes weekly. Owen went and Cully went. Owen got 2 wins, 2 losses. His 2 wins were because he got 2 buys. He got a buy round 2 and he got a buy round 4. Cully, I think he also got 2 wins, 2 losses. As for William, I think it was either 2 wins, 2 loss, or 1 win, 2 loss, and a draw. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't, fact checked with him on that. But that was the Supreme Darkness Sneak Peek event. Okay, so I'm redoing the ending to this local Chronicle episode because I have decided something. So I haven't rewatched the other footage to remember if I mentioned that that my locals is doing a OTS championship event at the end of February. So that will be my first time attending one of those. And I know that that means that there will be a lot of people coming to get their Nats invite. So I have decided that the local Chronicles, after this episode, is going on a mini hiatus. That is because it's time for a new Road to series. I said at the beginning of this year / last year that I did want to try to go to, you know, like a regional, an OTS championship, or and stuff like that. And in order to do that, I need to do a Road 2 series again. Now, granted, I could still call it Local Chronicles, but I think restarting up the Road 2 series, it would make sense, because there is 3 locals until we get to the OTS event. So that's this Sunday. There won't be any locals on the 2nd of February, but then there'll be 2 more after that, leading into the 23rd for the OTS Championship event. So that's basically going to be another 4-episode mini-series of Road 2. Road 2 Season 2. The Road to the OTS Championship, the OTS tournament. So I hope you will come along, and obviously after that event it has finished, we'll come back to doing the Local Chronicles series. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, the Local Chronicles is going on a little hiatus, and the Road 2 series starts next Wednesday. I hope to see you there.